Hello and welcome to Beginners Aerobic Base Boxing with me, Rob Taylor. Just before we start, make sure you read the disclaimer that accompanies this video. So if you have any medical conditions or injuries and you're thinking, I'm not sure if I should be taking part in this exercise video, seek medical advice before doing so. If you've been given any exercise considerations from any health professionals or any guidance from any exercise professionals and this video contradicts them, then don't take part. All that common sense stuff. Make sure you've got water, keep hydrated. Cambridge City Council water bottle there. So fantastic. Are we ready to go? Let's do this. Let's get some music on. And let's start the session. So, as I say, all you'll need is just your body. It may be, as long as you've got a safe grip and you haven't got sweaty hands, that you might want to use some very light dumbbells, 1 kg, 2 kg, or some tins of food there. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're just going to march on the spot, feet just outside hip width apart, and we're dragging our elbows back, so it's almost like we're pulling something in towards us, lightly pinching those shoulder blades there. Nice purposeful steps, and we're going to keep this going for about a minute. Of course, sets and reps are flexible. You can stop, have water, rest whenever you need, and I will be showing you adaptation, so you could slow this down if I was going a little bit too fast. You absolutely don't have to match my pace at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring in some forward arm circles. If you can't match this range of motion, it might be that you perform your arm circles at the side. This also might be too much. It might be that we do some shoulder rolls. If you can't get the coordination while stepping, you can do this on the spot as well. And no surprises. I'm going to bring it back the other way, warming up the shoulder joint here, the most mobile joint in the whole body. Be aware of the pinch in the shoulder blades from here to here when you're coming back. We'll keep this going for about 30 seconds or so, but you can stop whenever you want. It's all about you, no one else, just you. Okay, 5 more seconds. Take a stop, feet just outside hip width apart, and we're doing a side step. It doesn't have to be in time with the music is just there for atmosphere and moralling us to continue. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of a creative license with the arms. You can do whatever you would like as long as it's controlled. Good, keep that going. If this is a little bit too hard, we can do smaller steps. We don't have to use the arms. Or if we want it to be a bit more challenging, we can up the pace. Just keep that knee nice and soft. And maybe that you build the range as you go. Okay, coming back to our march. I'm going to show you this one side on. So we're squeezing the chest muscles as we push forward, turn, and then we're pinching those shoulder blades. Keep looking forward. I keep looking to the camera just because I'm trying to be polite and make eye contact, but keep looking forward to promote that good posture there. Nice deep breaths. If this is too much, you could just do this without the stepping. And that's absolutely fine as well. Warming up the back as we pull in, warming up the chest as we push out. Imagine that you're moving footballs through the air or golden balloons. They can be whatever colour you want. So keep that going. We're almost there with this one. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you side on. It's a butt kick march or a heel flick march. So we're bringing those heels up to the bottom. You don't have to turn like me, I'm just showing you from different angles. I brought my arm curls in as well, so I'm squeezing the front of my arm. If this is too much, it may be that we slow it down. It may be that we just do the lower body. You don't have to match the music, remember, it's you versus you, no one else. That is the best phrase in exercise, I feel. So we're warming up the back of the thighs here and the front of the arms. It's normal to get that breath up here, feeling a little bit hotter. These are all normal things. Circulation booster, getting that blood pumping around the body. Okay, let's change the move. So we've got jack steps, which is arms above the head, and we're stepping out from one side to the other, warming up those hips now, those shoulders again, the side of the torso. It may be, if you want it to be a bit more challenging. We up the pace. I've got a nice soft bend in my knee on the supporting leg, which is the leg that remains on the inside. We don't want to jump and jack it out just yet, we're still warming up. But you can stop at any time and have yourself some water from your Cambridge City water bottle. Almost there. If these steps are too big, you can just touch the toe out to one side. You don't have to overstretch. You can bring your arm just halfway up. It's absolutely fine as well. All variables that we can change. Okay, let's get a little bit disco now. So we've got our knee, we've got our elbow, and we've got a bend in the knee and the supporting leg. Just squeezing those stomach muscles. Breathing naturally, maybe a little breath as you pull in, as you bring that elbow down, breath out that is. You don't have to come as high as me. You can do a shorter range. It might be that you press out in front of you if pressing above your head is too much. Squeeze, little squeeze in the abs as you bring that knee in. Driving up, imagine that you're kneeing a soft pad as you come up. Almost time to go to the other side. Feeling that shoulder, front of the shoulder burning now. Okay, we'll change the other side. No rush into it. Take your time. And when you're ready, drive up with that knee. I like to imagine that I'm grabbing 50-pound notes. So I reach up to the sky and get those notes and bring them back down. Doing well. It may be that you up the pace a bit as you get warm, or it may be that this is fine, you go at your own pace. Okay, next one I'm going to show you side on. So these are called mummy steps. I'm marching, and as you can see, it's palm over palm, over palm, over palm. I'm not leaning back, we don't want to be leaning back. You get a nice squeeze in your chest. You don't have to turn around, I'm just showing you from different angles. You can keep it on the spot. If that's too hard, you can come a little bit wider, but make sure you're not doing this. Don't come too wide. You can just do the arms. If it's too much to move the arms and legs, palm, 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 over palm, over palm. Keep that chest nice and proud. You don't want your shoulders to be rolled forward. Good. Really feeling a squeeze in the chest, because the chest is responsible for bringing your arm to the midline of the body. Okay, and we'll stop that one there. Doesn't matter if you don't touch your heel on this one. So we've got arms up like you're about to receive a high 10, and then it's palm down to the heel. Just get used to how your hips feel before you bring your heel up. It's not a move we do every day. You've got this nice bit of external and internal rotation, warming up the upper back here as well. The back of the shoulders. It could even be just this motion. It could be just the legs. Absolutely fine. If you wanted to, it could be that we just do the arms. Okay. Whoop. Let's get back into the flow. Good. You don't have to touch, it's just a guide. What you don't want to do is bend over at the spine in order to touch your heel. Keep that body posture at all times. In fact, we will stop there. That is the end of our warm-up, so I must practice what I preach. Already water never tasted so good. So if you want to, you can do this with some tins in your hand. Just make sure the grip is safe. But first of all, actually I'll start with the tins. So it's left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to show you side on. We've got our guard up. Try and keep that guard up there all the time. And we're just bouncing forward, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Nice soft knees, nice springy ankles. Keeping that guard up. This is a stance bounce. You can go as quickly as you want. It doesn't have to be in time with the music. It can be slower. If bouncing is too much, what you can do is step, 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 step. Don't worry if it's out of time with the music. Okay. Good. Let's look at that time. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Keep that stance. I'm going to teach you your jab. So that's with the left arm. And what we're going to do, we don't want to overcomplicate it. It's a beginner video. We're coming across with the left and then back. And notice it's a little swivel in my body. My toes are nice and light. Don't worry if you don't get the body turned straight away. You don't want to overdo it. It's just a little swivel. And the main thing is I'm not locking out my elbow, so my arm isn't completely locked out, putting loads of pressure into that joint. So this is how your jab should look. Here we go, a bit of purpose to the punch. Good. Breathe naturally, but it might help to breathe out on the punch out. Nice and light on those toes, keeping that guard up. Look how my guard is still up, that's it. It's better to focus on the quality of the punch and the technique rather than the speed. You don't want to just be there at the end of the punch. You don't want to be doing that. It's not like a speed ball like that. Get nice range. Focus on that power. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Fantastic. Shake it out. Okay, you can do this next move with the weights in hand if you want. We're going to come to a jumping jack. Soft bend in the knees, making sure that we're not leaning back. So we never want to be in this position, crushing our back. If this is too much, just bringing your arms up to your elbows are level with your shoulders. It may be that we do a step like the warm-up, whatever range that may be, on our upper body. Almost there. Let's keep it going. Pushing through that gap in the music, of course, unless you need a rest. Okay, coming back to our stance now. Well done. We're now going to do a cross punch, which is using the right here for this video. Look at my toes, I'm up on my toes, I'm nice and bouncy. I'm turning into the punch. I'm not locking out at the elbow. I've got a little swivel on the toe. And I can do this at my own pace. So now I'm getting used to it. I can add a little bit more purpose to the punch. Just make sure you don't let go of those tins and they fly across the room through your TV screen. That would be an expensive home workout. Good. Keep it going at your own pace. Remember, we don't want to just be at the end all the time. It's better to be slower. Good range of motion. Don't over twist either. We don't want to be ending up here. You might even just want to practice just bobbing your elbows from side to side, but they're led by your torso. Fantastic, almost there. Well done, and relax. Okay, good stuff. So what have we got next for you? We've got a squat, and we're going to bring that into a core rotation. I'll show you side arms, so feet just outside, hip width apart, toes slightly out, and your knees are going in the same direction. But what's going to happen is, as the guard is up, my hips come back, my knees come forward. Only go as low as you can, and then turn into the punch. We're all going to be different here. So if you find that it's more comfortable to squat at hip width apart, rather than just outside, you can. It may be that you only go quarter range. The main thing you want to think about is, imagine there's a big red button behind you, and what happens is you hinge at the hip, your bottom comes back, but the back is nice and neutral, and then as you come up, you can turn in a punching motion, but it's actually the body that's turning, the torso that's turning. Okay, keep that going for us. We'll do a few more. As you get into it, you may be able to add a little more purpose to the punch. Let's do 2 more. Well done, good stuff. You have a little jog on the spot. Have a sip of water. So now we're going to stick our 2 punches together, the jab and the cross. The left and the right hand side, we've got our stance, left foot forward, right foot back. We're nice and easy breezy on the toes. Guard is up. And in your own time, it's going to be jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. You don't have to match my pace or my power. So it could be that we're just jab, cross. It's about the purpose on the punch. Some of us have done this before. They may be able to have a pace which is, say, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab. And look how I'm always coming back to my guard wherever I go, okay? Let's keep it going. Jab. This is the basics for you. I'm trying not to overcomplicate it. Let's check that time. Almost there. And maybe as you get used to it, it may be that you speed it up. Almost there. Don't lock out those elbows. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Almost there. And relax. Well done. Okay, have a quick sip of water if you need. Maybe that you want the hand weights back. And we're going to be mime artists now. So I'm going to imagine that I've got a skipping rope and I'm kicking my legs out in front of me. Obviously, if that's too much, we can step the motion. That's absolutely fine. Or it might be that we tap a heel out in front of us, or tap your toe out in front of you on the floor rather than having it elevated. So you don't have to have a skipping rope to get the benefits, the aerobic benefits of skipping. Although having a skipping rope is very good for the coordination element of things. Almost there. You can stop whenever you need. It's all about you, remember? And I'm not leaning back, look. Keeping those core muscles engaged. Keep the arms moving. Good bicep workout this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Well done. Good stuff. Have a little rest. Or the next one's difficult. So we're going back into that squat stance like we did before. We're squatting down only as far as you need, and then we're bringing the arms up above our head like a jumping jack or a shoulder press. It may be that we just do squats or we just do the arms. So giving you alternatives here. Keep moving whilst I show you all of these. It may be that we jump together if you want a real advanced version. So it's feet together, soft knees on the way down, more power on the way up. Don't look out the elbows. Always controlled You can go as fast as you want, as long as it's control. When you lose control and lose form, that's when you maybe regress the movement or have a rest. These are all windows of opportunity. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking good, well done. Fantastic. Have a drink when you need. I'm gonna have a drink. That was a tough one. Back to the skip bounce. But if you want to this time, focus on one leg. Good for ankle strength here. But if that's too much, then changing from side to side is absolutely fine. Keep that knee soft. By soft, I mean ever so slightly bent. It shouldn't be, you should slightly move into the jump as well. It should be springy. It shouldn't be a bent stiff knee either. Okay, change sides. Otherwise, keep on going. Good, nice and soft in the ankles. It shouldn't be hard in terms of impact. Only hard in terms of effort. And remember, you can do both. You can just do the arms. It may be that you step it out in front of you, a toe or a heel. Let's keep going to the end. 10 more seconds. Almost there. And give yourself a rest. Well done. Fantastic. 21 minutes in now. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do some speed punches. So you can think less, I want you to be free in your body, but think less about the swivels here. So we're in our stance again. Our guard is up. And what I want to see is to get nice and free in your body, in your feet. You can step it out a little bit. And it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're thinking speed. It's more directly out in front of us. Keep coming back to the guard. If I show you side on, you can see I'm free on my feet. I've still got a little turn in my body, but that will come with time. If we look a little bit more static right now, as long as you feel good, a little bit more static in the body, then that's fine. Keep it going. You don't have to turn around like me. I'm just showing you from all angles. Speed it out. 10 seconds now. 1, 2, 1, 2, jab cross, jab cross. It's amazing. Just doing something as simple as this gets the heart rate up and relax. That's the end of stage 2. What I've called stage 2. Getting hot in this beautiful blue council top now. I hope you're doing all right. Take as much rest as you need. I hope the technique points are clear. I hope we've got some nice alternatives there for you. We're going to go into round 3. Now, minute windows or 30-second windows, you can stop whenever you need. You don't have to use hand weights. You can if you want to. This is going to be the hardest round, but still push to your own limits, okay? So I'm going to show you side on. Here we go. So we've got the butt kick. Run if possible. My chest is open. My elbows are by my side. I was looking down a bit too much there. Ideally, you want to be looking forward. Being aware of the space around us, that nothing's on the floor. No toys or Lego bricks. Controlling those arms. You don't want those arms to be out of control. Squeeze, squeeze. Just get the heel as close as you can to the bottom. They don't have to touch. You don't have to kick yourself in the bum. Nice and light, springing knees. Control that body weight. We're halfway. Of course you can. March it. If running is too much, or it might be that you just slow the pace down a little bit. If the arms are too much, you can just hold them up here and just do the feet. Plenty of options. Doing well. So in the gaps of the music, I live in a really noisy cottage, but you can see that I'm controlling my body weight, or you can hear I'm controlling my body weight. And relax, well done. That got the breath up, the heartbeat up more than anything so far today, at least for me. Fantastic. I'm going to teach you how to do hooks now. We're back to our stance, left foot forward, right foot back. So I'm going to slow this down first, a bit more complex this one. I'm going to drop my left elbow, drop to the side. Then I'm going to come back across, and the underside of my forearm is opposite my chest. That's where I want to be. Don't curve your wrist with the tins. Keep the wrist neutral. Even without the tins, don't curve the wrist. So, we're just going to do one side. Drop the elbow back, turn. Drop the elbow back, turn. Start off light. The only pace you're going at is your pace, not my pace, not the music's pace. Look at the finishing position of your arm. It's close. What you don't want to do is scoop. It's not a bar fight. Not that I condone bar fighting. You don't want to come from the side. It's a drop of the elbow. Imagine that you're punching within the midline of your body. And look, my right arm, the guard, just in case someone runs up and hits me, it's still there. Not that that's going to happen. So I've got my block up. We'll do a few more. I like to imagine you're very passionately scooping your dance partner, grabbing your dance partner towards you. However bizarre that sounds. 3, 2, 1. Well done, fantastic, shake it out. We'll come to the right hand side in a minute. We're going to come back to another cardiovascular move. Hand weights are optional. So we're in this lunge position here. We're slightly hinged at the hip. Make sure that our ribs aren't pushed forward. Bending the elbow, safe grip on the tins, and it's switching. For some reason, these are called spotty dogs, don't ask me why. My arms are only coming to superhero position, so I'm not snapping my arms back. I'm not crossing my legs over, so I've got a good base of support. I'm soft on the ankles and the knees. I'm concentrating the power from my legs. If that's too much, it may be that you just do the arms and the hand weights are enough. You could think of it as a back step, back step, back step, back step. Okay, come a little bit far forward. Let me get back in the shot. Back step, back step, back step. Or it may be that you just back step without using the arms, because coordination is a little bit tougher on this one. You don't have to go low necessarily. Okay, let's do a few more full speed ones. Turn and check the time. Almost there, 10 seconds. We're getting close to the end of the workout now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, fantastic. Okay, I'm going to have to speed things up a little bit, so we're running out of time. So hooks on the other side, just like before. Dropping the elbow back. Don't overdo the turn in the body. Focus on the arms first. This is only lesson number 1. And it's very quick pace. It's just the basics, just the principles, the loose principles of boxing. Very loose for aerobic purposes. We are looking at breathing out as we punch. Good, keep that going. Notice how I'm not coming wide. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic, shake it out. We've got a couple more minutes, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in. I've got 4 more moves. We're going to go into mummy runs. So we did the step version last time. This time we're going to kick the feet out in front of us. Palm over palm over palm over palm. If you want to make it a bit harder, bring the hands in front of your face rather than your chest. If you want to make it a bit easier, you can come a little bit wider, but what you mustn't do is swing your arms forward and back because you'll over pinch your shoulder blades. You can step this move as well. Nice and light, kicking those toes out in front of you. I'm showing you from all angles. You don't have to move like me. Remember, I'm like the instructor in front of the class. It's just I don't have a class. I have my front room. 10 more seconds. Tap, tap, palm over palm over palm. If you want. Squeeze in the chest. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Have a sip of water. 29 minutes in. We'll probably stop around the 35 to 40 minute area. Next one, uppercuts. So I'll teach you on the left hand side first, same stance as before. We're dropping the elbow back, a little bob, which is a little bend in the knees, and then we're bringing the arm up very close to us. Okay, so let me show you a couple. I like to say the bob, it's like you're bobbing at the side of a nightclub a little bit awkwardly, that person that's at the side. It's not a squat. A way of describing this punch, you don't want to serve anybody soup, you don't want to serve anybody beans, so you want to come right under what you would imagine to be the pad or the chin. You can be up on the back toe to give yourself a little bit more of a swivel, and as you get used to it, squeeze those arm muscles. You don't want floppy arms in the move. Breathing out as we punch up. Okay, other side now. It's the same on the other side. So just to slow it down, drop the elbow down. Look at my left arm. Still getting it scarred up. Probably putting some horrible faces in this video. Permission to laugh all you want. Don't serve me soup. Don't serve me soup. And don't overdo the turn. I'm quite used to the turn, but it might be that that's too much for us. So if you just want to bob and come up, that's absolutely fine. We're all going to be at different levels of flexibility. 3, 2, 1. Getting close now. We're on 31 minutes. I've got to speed this up. So what we're going to do, arms out wide. Are these my arms? Legs out wide. Arms up. The floor is hot coals. We're going to quickly tap the feet. We're going to quickly move the arms. I'll show you from side on. If that's too much, you can slow it down. You can just do the arms in a little bit of a bend so the legs are still under tension. It may be that you just have your arms out and you do a little pulse, or you do the steps with the arms out. Plenty of options. Relax those shoulders, don't look out the elbows. Ten more seconds. Let's put it in now. If you want it to be harder, go a little bit lower. 3, 2, 1. Well done, we've got one more move. We can put the weights to the side. They are done. Thank goodness. It's hot in this cottage right now. Okay, so next one. On the floor, imagine you're on the 5 side of a dice. Okay, so we're gonna step to the front circles, middle circle at the 5, and then the back. So I'm just gonna do this slowly to begin with. Nice and light, soft knees. If you want to, you can jump it, but jump on the way back and the way forward. Make sure you're hinged at the hip. Hinge at the hip means bottom comes out a bit, but we're moving at the hip here. Okay, so we're losing our pinky fingers. So here we go. Big finish before we stretch. Remembering that you can do the nice quick feet, which is working on agility, and it's surprising how quickly it gets your breath up. It tests your coordination. I was looking down a bit too much again, it's so easy to do. So try and look out in front of you the best you can. I'm going to do the jumping version this way, so I can see my stopwatch. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay. Let's take this into stretch. We may have already had this song, and I apologise. I've gone longer than the playlist. So what I'm going to do, because I'm unsure if you'll be able to see me very well, I'm going to do a standing stretch. So we've used our tricep a lot. So what I want you to do is guide your elbow up behind your head and just press ever so lightly on the side. Okay, fantastic. Holding these for roughly about 15 seconds each. Let's get that stopwatch back. And same again, other side. So what you can do, if you can't get your arm straight there, you can bring your arm up. It may be that actually here is enough. Just lightly hold. Try not to pin that chin down on the chest. We're returning back to rest now. The heart rate's coming down. Fantastic. Biceps, what's a good way to stretch out your bicep? Well, if you're working your bicep, if it's shortening here, you can come back, up and round. So that looks like this, both sides, chest up. Imagine that you're pressing through your palms. You can actually turn your palms up. It's a very nice bicep stretch. Not everyone seems to do this one. It's a bit Titanic, isn't it? Good, keep holding there. 5 more seconds. Good. Well, punching is basically, it is pressing, and pressing you're using your chest, front of the shoulder and the back of the arm. So let's stretch off the shoulder. The best one here, straight arm without locking out the elbow. For more leverage if you can, put one hand on the other. Don't force your arm across, you're moving your arm across. And your other hand is just lightly guiding. I don't know about you, but I have a mega sweat on. This shirt is going straight in the wash. And as you can see, if my shoulder was working when it came out here, this is when my shoulder's working out here. It's the opposite movement again, which stretches the shoulder out. It's a really good way of thinking about stretching. Simple but true. Let's go again the other side for more leverage. If you can't do that, you can just bring the elbow across the chest. That's absolutely fine. What you don't want is your shoulder attacking your face. Okay. So even if it's here, that may be enough to stretch out the side of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder blades there. Okay, chest now. Hands on hips. Nice proud chest. Don't push your ribs forward, so your ribs remain in. We don't want to be here. Chest up. Imagine someone's pushing back on your elbows, soft bend in the knee. And now the opposite, so if you can, hands on your sides or on your bottom, and this time, imagine someone's pushing on the backs of your elbows. This can be quite a potent one. This is for rotator cuff muscles, which are 4 muscles that help stabilize your shoulder blade. They're responsible for internal and external rotation. Fantastic. It may be for the next one that you need some balance support. Don't try and be a hero, okay? But what we're going to do is we've got a bend in this knee. You're going to press your foot against your hand. And if you need balance support, take it. Bring those hips forward. Knee back, pressing your foot into your hand. It's normal to feel a wobble because you're testing your balance at the end of the day. But if in doubt, step it out. Don't let pride get in the way. We all have a good wobble from time to time. And same again, especially if you're on a wonky cottage floor. Same again, other side, so you can use the balance support if need. Pushing your hand or your foot against your hand and thrusting those pelvic bones forward. Keep breathing, keep looking forward, try not to look down to the ground, it's so easy done. Keep this knee, the standing leg ever so slightly bent. Fantastic, hamstring stretch now. This leg here, soft bend, we can put our hands on the top of the thigh. Foot flat on the floor, this leg straight but don't lock this knee out completely. And then we're hinging at the hip, a little bit more so than what we do on a squat. Keep looking forward. If you want to get a nice calf stretch in there as well, simply bring the toe up. Keep looking forward, there or thereabouts. Don't look down to the ground. We don't want to be moving at the spine. And same again, other side. Never rush into the stretch, however flexible you may feel. Maybe that you're tighter than usual. To give your body a chance to catch up. You don't want to trigger its protection response that stops us getting injured, severely injured, by giving us a smaller injury. And I'm going to finish there. Thank you ever so much, because we're hitting the 40-minute mark. I've been told not to go over that. Well done. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. Keep active at home, guys. Well done. Fantastic job. You guys rock.